Welcome back. It's Friday. Saratoga native Barry Potoker is here. He's locked and loaded for a Friday.
Well, it's raining.
ready to go.
Raining out, which always brings a damper to things because then you've got turf issues. You've got whether they're going to be on the turf, off the turf, the muddy track. It makes for an interesting combination as you're handicapping. So we hope the rain will stop and things will dry up.
Yeah, I guess the forecast is that the rain will stop.
It
Not
will.
today, though.
Not
Tomorrow.
today?
Not today.
Well, we'll just have to get a new forecast.
Okay, well, we kind of like the ones we have. The rain, though, the weather has been having a little bit of an effect on attendance. Opening day, it was the heat. Giveaway day, the first giveaway day, the rain kind of kept folks away. Attendance down a little bit. Is that surprising to you?
No, not at all. The track, Saratoga is still the August place to be. I mean, the track is now they race for 40 days. Back in the day, it was 24.
Yeah.
So, I don't find that that's anything alarming. I'm sure attendance will be right where it was when all is said and done. But now that August is here, things are really starting to kick in, and really those first few weeks in July, where the track is open, is just sort of gravy, I guess. But really, when we get into August, then the attendance will start to be solid.
Do you prefer the longer schedule or the shorter schedule was the better way to go?
I prefer a shorter schedule, but that's just me.
That's just you.
Just me.
You're not speaking for Naira or anybody in particular.
I'm
That
not.
is just you.
I like a shorter schedule. I think it keeps the panache of Saratoga. I hope it doesn't get any longer than the 40 days, but keep stretching it out. It does dilute it just to a certain degree, but 40 days is fine. We can live with that. 40
days is fine. Hey, when Barry and I talk about these segments in the morning, you just give me some talking points and then you go. And I was told you were just going to go off on a tangent.
I am. I'm going to go off on a tangent today.
Hold on, folks.
Anyway, I wanted to talk about when I was younger.
Okay,
and we rented our home.
Ago.
That's when it was 24 days, so it was 4 weeks.
Right.
You were out of your home for 4 weeks, and our family, I'll never forget it. My mom showed me the check, what she got for 4 weeks for renting our house, which was literally 4 or 5 blocks from the track. It was $1,200.
Okay.
That was back in, I think, 62 or 63. So it was $1,200. We rented a camp on Saratoga Lake for a couple $100. It was like, it was almost like camping. And off we went. But we would come back. We actually rented to the DuPonts.
Okay.
And that was Christiana Stable, actually the owner of Gopher Wand, Jane Lunger, who, the late Jane Lunger, passed away maybe 8 or 9 years ago. So that $1,200 would pay the mortgage for the house for an entire year.
Wow.
So, and that's probably what it is today. Let's say you get $12,000 or $15,000 for the meet now, which is 6 weeks or more. So it's probably a similar thing. But I'm like 7 or 8 years old now. So we'd go back during the day while our renters were at the track, and my mom would clean the house. She was hired to clean the house every day for them. So it was terrific. And we had a garden in the back. And we would, in those days, now it's so easy, you just go to farmer's market and buy all the great vegetables and whatnot. But we had a tomato garden and a corn garden, because the corn and the tomatoes ripen right at the peak of the Saratoga season. It's just terrific. So I have this love affair with those two vegetables. Yes. Well, tomato could go either way.
Yeah,
but also the melons. Yeah, the melons are terrific.
Yeah.
But I would go out in the back while they were at the track. My mom would be cleaning the house, and I'd be harvesting these beefsteak tomatoes. And I could hear the call of the races.
Yeah.
In those days, it was Freddie Capicella. I don't know if they called him Cappy, who was probably one of the greatest track announcers of all time. Didn't say a lot, but his voice was so resounding, it was unbelievable. And I would stand there in this little garden. There I was, and I could hear the races. So that was kind of my first, that's my tangent, but that was kind of my first,
Yeah. Oh, I think it's those summertime memories. And I'm sure there's folks that have lived in this city for many years that have those memories, and you connect it to something that may seem completely unrelated.
Right.
But it comes full circle.
I can do an impression of Freddie Capicella.
Okay, give it to us. You might as well. You're
They're
doing
off.
it all today.
They're off. Now, people listening, if you can call in and let us know if that sounds anything like him. But he really was a terrific announcer. But so I just wanted to relate tomatoes, melons, corn to the Saratoga season.
We'll put anything on air here at Look News,
Absolutely.
I guess. Barry Potoker, our Saratoga native.
Good luck this weekend.
When we post this on the website, it would be good if folks, you can go on the website, you can comment below the video. If you're a Saratoga native and you've got a similar story of, track seasons gone by, and
I don't think anyone has a similar
how you
story
related
like
to your
that.
vegetable garden, you could put that right there on the website.
Sounds good.
All right, Barry Potoker. We'll see you next week. We may need to do a little more prep
Alrighty.
before next week.
Maybe we'll get some corn and some melon and tomatoes and put them out here.
Are you growing vegetables this
No,
summer?
no, it's so easy to go to the farmer's market, and the food there is so good. Why bother? You got to
some-
worry
some-
about critters. You got to worry about all kinds of stuff.
Somebody has to grow it, Barry.
I understand, but the farmer's market's great.
All right. Farmers Market is great. Barry Potoker, our Saratoga native, thank you for that. Now, to see this segment and all our segments with Barry, head to the website. It's looktvonline.com. And as I said, you can also post your own memories of the track right there on the website.